Well, we're always open to learn new things in life, and sometimes we have to learn the same thing over and over again, so we don't know whether we really learned it or not. And one of those things is to be patient. And I can usually tell if someone is as impatient as I am when they walk up to the elevator, and no matter what's going on, they punch it again. How many of you have done that? That's what I thought. So we all have to learn patience, but patience is a very valuable lesson, especially if you're waiting on God to do something. You remember he says, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, mount up wings as eagles. He says, they that wait upon the Lord, that the Lord himself will involve in our life. That is, they that wait upon the Lord, trusting him. Sometimes it's not very easy to wait upon him. He acts in behalf of those who wait for him. So I want to give you a little example of waiting on the Lord. I was just across the street, really, from my house, and there's a lake over there, and I saw these. I went over there because I knew the ducks would be there and the Canadian geese, and I wanted to photograph them. And since I was going on my trip, I wanted to check this camera out to see if it would do what I expected it to do. And so the geese and the ducks were everywhere. Well, I saw this bird fly across the lake and light up there, so I walked probably far as from here to the wall over there, slowly. One thing I learned, you don't walk straight to a bird, you zigzag. And secondly, you don't look him in the eye. If he looks you in the eye and he sees you looking him in the eye, he's gone. So I took my time and finally got to a place that I thought would be a suitable place. And I just thought, okay, now I'm going to wait him out. So I waited. And I waited, and I waited, and I thought, okay, buddy, let's move on. And but I knew he was too beautiful for me to lose. So I kept waiting, and I kept waiting. And I had to hold my camera up. I didn't have it on a tripod. I'd hold it right there. So I thought, now, he's going to leave, and when he leaves, he's heading that direction. And not only that, I've got to be right on the second when he lifts off because he's going. And I waited, and this is what I saw. Isn't that beautiful? Oh. That's about 1 second in the takeoff. And so when you think about waiting upon the Lord, the truth is, whatever he has in mind for us is always the best. You know, the first bird, that was a pretty good shot, but look at that. There's action, there's movement, there's direction, there's purpose, and everything about it. You can see so much more than you could see otherwise. When we wait for God's best, we always get the best view of everything. We get the best of what God has to offer. And I would just encourage you, if you happen to be one of those persons that prays and says, God, you got 2 weeks to answer my prayer, change your attitude. Because that's either getting the bird setting or getting one flying. That's how different it is.
Touching the world with a passion for God and compassion for people. In Touch with Dr. Charles Stanley is a presentation of In Touch Ministries. This program is made possible by the grace of God and your faithful prayers and gifts.